Meantime, Eddie Q, the Apple exec who made the publishing deals, is currently in Sun Valley, Idaho. Q has unexpectedly joined CEO Tim Cook at Allen & Company's annual conference for tech and media moguls. Our senior West Coast correspondent Jon Erlichman spoke with both Q and Cook. He joins us now from Sun Valley. And Jon, what do you make of the fact that they are there together?
I think it's an interesting development. You know, when they got here, I said, any big plans this week? And Tim Cook joked a little bit and said, we'll see. But it's not uncommon for any of the big media and technology companies to come here in groups or in teams. I mean, we see it with Facebook, with Mark Zuckerberg and Sheryl Sandberg and a couple other Facebook executives. We see it with companies like Disney and with News Corp. But it tells you a little bit more about what Apple might want to accomplish at a place like Sun Valley with all these media moguls. I mean, Eddie Q, to your point, is the guy who was the contact with the publishers, the contact with the music labels, along with Steve Jobs, and these days is the contact with all the traditional media players and TV players as far as something like Apple TV goes. So is there more on the horizon from Apple TV as a result of what you can potentially do here? Perhaps. Certainly we recently saw some new apps coming to the current Apple TV product from ESPN and HBO. We had a chance to talk to John Skipper, who runs ESPN, and sure enough, when we talked about who was involved in that process, he talked about Eddie Q. Here's more on what John Skipper had to say.
Our main point of contact is Eddie Q, and there has been generally a pretty good working relationship between Apple and ESPN. I mean, we were on the first iPad, we had applications there, so they have consistently worked with us.
And Jon, of course, we know that a lot of deals happen as a result of meetings that occur at Sun Valley, and you imagine a lot of the other executives have agendas that are similar to Apple's.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. If you think of what Bloomberg News has reported recently, that there are a lot of traditional pay TV players that are putting a little bit of pressure on the content providers to give them exclusive content because they're feeling the pressure from these new services, whether it's Apple or anybody else out there, that they want to make sure that they get what they want. And then there are the traditional TV manufacturers. Jay Lee of Samsung is here, Cass Arai of Sony is here, and certainly they've got their own agendas. So everybody plays nice, but certainly there's, behind the closed doors, potentially some tough negotiations taking place. Emily?
All right, Jon Erlichman at Sun Valley, thank you. Of course, another big topic there today will be the bidding for video streaming service Hulu. Jon will be back with us for more on that later in the